Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Health Universe channel. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today, because we're going to talk about something incredibly exciting, something that holds the potential to quickly unlock a new level of freedom and capability in your daily life. We're talking about boosting your leg strength, and we're aiming to see a noticeable difference in just 7 days. As we get older, it's a fact of life that things change. We start to notice those small but persistent struggles that can be so frustrating. Maybe it's the simple act of trying to stand up from your favorite armchair without having to push off with both hands, or perhaps it's feeling shaky and unsure on your feet after a short walk. I hear so many stories from people who dread climbing a flight of stairs, knowing that halfway up their thighs will be burning, and they'll have to stop just to catch their breath and let their legs recover. These moments, these small battles, they aren't just about physical discomfort. They start to chip away at your independence. When your legs feel weak, you start avoiding things, visiting a friend whose house has steps, carrying a heavy load of groceries, or even playing actively with your grandchildren. The world starts to feel smaller because your mobility feels limited, and that is a truly disheartening feeling. But I want to tell you that there is a way to push back. There is a simple, highly concentrated approach that, when combined with a tiny bit of movement, can provide a shockwave of revitalization to your leg muscles. For years, we focused on complex exercises, but the science is crystal clear that the right fuel, delivered at the right time, is the most powerful catalyst for rapid strength enhancement in older adults. And that brings me to the specific superfood we're focusing on for this 7-day challenge: whey protein powder. Now, don't let the word powder make you think this is some complicated, hard-to-find supplement. This is a highly refined and concentrated form of a natural food, and it is arguably the most effective food source on the planet for rapidly stimulating muscle growth and recovery, particularly in seniors. We're talking about a quick, easy, and effective way to overcome the age-related challenge of losing muscle mass. Here is the secret of why whey protein powder works so quickly, making a difference in a single week. It all comes down to a single, powerful amino acid called leucine. As we age, our muscles become less sensitive to the signal to grow and repair. It's called anabolic resistance. Think of your muscles as a locked door, and leucine is the only key that can turn the lock. Your body requires a higher concentration of leucine in your bloodstream to fully trigger the repair process than it did when you were younger. Whey protein isolate, the most effective form, is the richest known food source of leucine. A single scoop can deliver between 2.5 and 3 grams of this critical amino acid, which is the exact threshold needed to flip that switch and send a massive, urgent signal to your leg muscles to begin rapid muscle protein synthesis, MPS. This fast-acting process is why you see results so quickly. When you consume this superfood, it is rapidly digested, flooding your system with leucine within about 90 minutes. This burst of leucine activates the mTOR pathway, which is essentially the body's master regulator for building tissue, and tells your existing muscle fibers, especially those in your legs, to repair, recover, and increase in functional strength. The anti-inflammatory peptides in whey also aid in quick recovery from light activity, meaning less soreness and better performance the next day. It's not just about building new muscle, it's about making the muscles you already have work far more efficiently. So, when you pair a scoop of this powder with a quick, light resistance exercise, like standing up from a chair 10 times, you maximize the effect. You're giving your body the stimulus, and then immediately giving it the concentrated fuel for rapid repair. Let me share some incredible stories from people who took this 7-day challenge. First, meet Clara from Edinburgh, Scotland, UK. Clara is 78, and she lives in an older building with no lift, making the 3 flights of stairs to her flat a daily marathon. She often found herself having to stop on every landing, her thighs burning, and her knees aching. She took on the 7-day challenge, adding 1 scoop of whey protein powder to her morning porridge, about 30 minutes after doing simple chair stands. Before this, Clara told me, her Scottish accent softening with relief, I felt like I was crawling up the stairs. By the 3rd day, I noticed a change in my endurance. I still felt the work, of course, but I didn't have to stop on the first landing. By the end of the week, 7 days, I was getting up to my flat using only 1 rest stop, instead of 3. The legs just felt lighter, and they had more push to them. It's truly given me back the feeling that my own flat isn't a mountain anymore. Clara's experience highlights the power of leucine to boost endurance by speeding up muscle recovery between bouts of activity. Next, we have George in Tampa, Florida, USA. George, 74, is a retired fisherman who loves being out on the water, but he was struggling with instability. Getting up from a low folding chair on his boat or stepping securely over the gunnel was becoming a risky endeavor. His issue wasn't just weakness, it was a lack of explosive power, that quick burst needed for stability. He started adding a scoop of whey protein to a smoothie and drinking it right after his seated leg extensions, focusing on that explode up, lower slowly's method we discussed in a previous video. I didn't expect much in 7 days, George admitted. But what blew me away was my stability. Around day 5, I was out on the boat, and I had to quickly step over a coiled rope. Usually, that move would make me wobble, and I'd have to use my hand to steady myself. This time, my foot just placed itself firmly, and my legs felt instantly strong, like they caught me. It's like the protein didn't just strengthen the big muscles, but the little ones that help with balance, too. Now, getting up from the couch feels like nothing, and that's only after a week. George's rapid improvement in stability points to the quick benefit of targeted protein intake on the neuromuscular junction, the communication between the brain and muscle. Finally, let's look at Aisha from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Aisha, who is 69, found that after a busy day of market shopping, her legs and feet would swell and feel profoundly heavy, making the walk back home grueling. The fatigue was a major deterrent to getting out of the house. She incorporated a whey protein shake mid-morning, often mixing it with water and a bit of fruit. The tiredness was my biggest problem, Aisha explained. My legs felt so tired all the time, they felt slow. Within the first 2 days of using the powder, the difference in my muscle fatigue was incredible. I went to the market on day 4, and I was able to stand and walk for a full hour longer than I normally could without that heavy, leaden feeling setting in. My legs recovered faster while I was still walking. The best part is I didn't feel that intense, debilitating ache in the evening. It really enhanced my endurance, and it felt like it worked almost instantly to help my muscles recover. Aisha's quick endurance boost is a textbook example of how a consistent, high leucine intake rapidly supports the muscle's ability to recover during sustained, low-intensity activity. So, are you ready to take the 7-day challenge? It truly is one of the simplest and most effective steps you can take to reclaim your leg strength. Here is my practical advice on how to easily incorporate this superfood into your daily routine. Tip 1. Timing is everything. The most effective way to use this powder for a rapid boost is to consume it within 30 minutes of light exercise. That light exercise could be a 15-minute walk, a session of chair yoga, or simply doing 10 to 15 repetitions of chair stands or supported wall push-ups. This is the anabolic window where your muscles are primed to absorb and utilize the leucine for maximum repair. Tip 2. Dosage and type. Aim for 1 single scoop of a quality whey protein isolate or concentrate per day. Isolate is slightly better because it often has fewer carbs and fat, making it a purer source of protein. Make sure your scoop delivers at least 2.5 grams of leucine. Tip 3. Easy meal incorporation. You don't need a fancy blender. This powder is versatile and easy to hide. The Power Smoothie, mix 1 scoop with an 8-ounce glass of water or milk and a few frozen berries. This is the fastest way to get the nutrients into your system. The Yogurt Boost, stir a half scoop into your morning bowl of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, another excellent source of protein. Stir well to avoid lumps. The Oatmeal Mixer, mix a half scoop into your hot morning oatmeal after it has finished cooking. The heat can degrade some of the protein structure, so stir it in once it's cooled slightly. This ensures you start your day with that crucial leucine kick. Tip 4. Consistency, not volume. Remember, the goal for the 7-day challenge is consistency. 1 scoop a day, consumed shortly after movement. Don't double the dose thinking you'll double the speed. Your body can only use so much protein at one time to trigger MPS. Focus on that single, perfectly timed dose every day for 7 days, and pay close attention to how your legs feel when you stand up, climb a step, or simply walk across a room. This challenge is about giving your body the precise tools it needs to repair and perform better, faster than it normally would. By giving your muscles the leucine they need to overcome anabolic resistance, you are setting the stage for a dramatic shift in your mobility and confidence. You have the power to make your legs feel stronger in just 1 week. Take the challenge, fuel your body with this superfood, and step into a more independent, energetic life. I want to hear about your results. If you take the 7-day whey protein challenge, come back and share your story in the comments below. Did you feel the difference? What small victory did you achieve? Your testimonial could be the inspiration someone else needs. If you found this advice helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the Health Universe channel for more science-backed wellness tips, and hit that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and here's to strong legs and renewed vitality.